This episode of Critical Hit is being brought to you by RX Bars. For 25% off your first order, visit rxbar.com/critical hit. That's rxbar.com/critical hit and enter the promo code Critical Hit at checkout for 25% off your first order. Before we get into this week's show, I thought we would take a dive into the mailbag, and we've got this one from Josh, who says, "Hello, future people. My questions are mainly directed towards Brian."
Oh.
Brian spelled Brian, for those wanting to know. "I'm looking at Urban Shadows for a game with some of my friends from school and was wondering, how do you set up a scene? How do you, to put it in simple, broad terms, do it? I understand that the book describes everything necessary. I'm just having some trouble understanding the process of setting it up. How should I start a game? Should I have an introduction scene separate for each character, or should I have scenes that allow two players, that throw two players together so that their characters know everyone else's? Any advice that you have would be extremely helpful. Randus is the best. Now that someone killed off Torque."
I see.
He's not
Torque
dead.
is not dead.
Yes.
He's just no longer in the narrative. He was never heard from again, which means, as far as we know, he's windsurfing in Argentina with Gael.
All right, Brian.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you do want to certainly go through the opening debts, and hopefully that'll give you plenty of good ties for your characters and maybe give you some ideas on how to set them up and introduce them. I personally did kind of go through and go through an introductory scene with each character and get a feel for each character. Have those players get a feel for their characters more than anything. The game does kind of posit a bit more of a concept of hard framing, of a lot more just setting up a location and a scene and basically telling the players which characters are there.
Yeah, it's like a TV show.
Yes.
It's like, here's the conflict that is happening right now.
It's not something I've practiced too much. I've been a lot more trying to see basically what the characters have been wanting to do and try to throw things at them in those places or situations. But the game really just kind of suggests, just having, setting up a scene and having the characters be there and seeing how it plays out. Basically, whatever works best for your comfort would probably be what I'd advise. Like I say, I didn't quite do things by the book, so to speak, but I just gotta fill it out, I guess.
All right, there you go. There's your answer. I hope that helped you out, and hopefully you can launch your own Urban Shadows campaign. If you have any questions that you'd like for us to discuss on a future email segment, drop your emails to podcast@majorspoilers.com. I try to eat healthy. I'm sure you try to eat healthy. And one of the ways that I try to eat healthy was to consume protein bars. But when you look at the back of the protein bar and you look at all of the artificial ingredients and the fillers and the preservatives, yes, those are in there too. They also have preservatives that are also in there. I just can't see myself eating it. And that's why I'm pleased to discover RX bars. It's very simple. The ingredients are 3 egg whites, 2 dates, 6 almonds. No BS in these bars. Turns out real food ingredients actually taste good. You can taste the chocolate, the real fruit, the spices, even like the sea salt that they put in some of these bars. Whether you like sweet or savory chocolate or fruit flavors, there's an RX bar for you. Comes in 11 different delicious flavor varieties. I like the ones that have the fruit in it. There was a blueberry one that I tried. I think there was a cranberry one in there. Those were fantastic. I want to get more of these. And I think you want to get some too. RX bars are gluten-free, soy-free, dairy-free, no added sugar, no artificial colors, no artificial flavors, none of those preservatives, no preservatives or fillers either. Egg whites for protein, dates to bind, nuts for textures. If you're someone that is always on the go, maybe you don't have time to eat lunch all the time, throw an RX bar in your bag. It'll fill you up. You can snack at the office. You can eat it while you're on the plane. You can toss it in your backpack if you're out on a hike or a bike ride. These also make great pre- and post-workout snacks. You need protein? Well, egg whites are an excellent source of protein. It's easy for your body to absorb, and that's part of the ingredients of those RX bars. I like these RX bars a lot. I think you will too. And so what you need to do is head over to rxbar.com. That's the letter R, the letter X, BAR.com/critical hit. Enter the promo code critical hit at checkout for 25% off your first order. It's an RX bar. It's a whole food protein bar with simple, real ingredients. Thank you, RX Bar, for sponsoring this episode of Critical Hit. podcast. Thank you so much for checking us out this week. Goblin Market time, everybody. Woo! Goblin Market time. The moment we've all been waiting for. The Goblin Market. And, of course, J.D. Higginsbottom has...
Goblined in the market.
Goblined and got his treasure.
Down all the things he can find.
Yes.
But I'm pretty sure there's something else going on with some other players in the Goblin Market.
Yeah, there's definitely some other goings-on here in the Goblin Market. So I think we should probably start off and see what's Alana up to for this very early morning for her.
Wishing she had a better way of tracking. All right. Alana is going to start the day off by calling Klaus.
Yes.
You owe me. So how would you like to help me frame someone?
Sounds like something I'm capable of.
It does, doesn't it? All right. Come to my place as soon as possible. And maybe bring someone you trust to track someone.
All right. Yeah, I can do that. Hang up. Who do I trust to track someone?
Who do you trust?
I trust people's capabilities.
That is true.
Drake?
Gonna call in Drake.
Would he still have those skills?
Question mark?
Does your police officer friend have owe you a debt?
No.
No.
No. Please owe me a debt, please.
The Catholic Church. Calling your debt to the Catholic Church. Send the Assassin's Creed guy.
That's the opposite.
I was going to say,
Church.
wouldn't the Knights Templar are the enemy of the Assassins?
Yeah. The evil Assassin's Creed guy.
Evil shenanigans.
And those are my two options. I mean, Drake might have those skills still. I don't know. Or calling in the Catholic Church to be like, hey, I need your best hunter.
Well, do you have a path you want to go here?
Yeah, I think I actually want to go with the Catholic Church. That seems more entertaining to me.
That's super silly.
Okay, how do you go about this?
I'll call my contact in the church, which might be the father. I don't know.
The bishop.
It's not the bishop. There's not a... Actually, I don't know how big the Catholic Church here is in Hayes.
We don't have a bishop.
Okay.
So, you call the father?
Yeah.
What can I do for you, my son?
Excuse me.
This is Klaus. I need that favor.
I see. What do you need?
I need your best hunter to help me track something down.
Best hunter. What is he needing to track?
A person.
Okay, we can probably get that arranged.
And I need him ASAP.
Very well. Where do you need him?
I'll give Alana's address.
Okay, we'll send him by.
All right. Cool. Called in my debt to the Catholic Church. Do I need to mark that off now?
Yeah, I think you can go ahead and mark mortality.
I had mortality marked for a while. Do I need to actually mark off the debt?
Oh, yes.
And I'll mark off Knight for calling in the debt to Klaus.
All right, so a short, while later, a gentleman will be showing up at Alana's place.
Is Klaus also coming?
Yeah. I'm also going to see if I can bring a... Actually, I'm going to send a couple of guys ahead. I'm going to have some of my bigger sellers going to the Goblin Market this week. This Goblin Market's what, a monthly thing?
No, I'd say just
like 3 or 4 times a year.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Pretty much today's the day.
Yeah. So most of my sellers will actually be there, but I'm going to actually have a couple of the bigger ones. And I'm going to see if my lieutenant can start tracking down some information on the Court of Blood,
Okay.
which I was going to be doing myself, but someone decided to call in a favor.
All right. Yeah, she'll basically start asking around the market and see if she can find any information there.
All right. Should I roll hit the streets for that?
I think we'll hold off on that for now.
Works for me.
We'll see what she comes up with later.
To the antique store.
All right. So Klaus shows up. See nondescript gentleman. He's basically just a very dressed down t-shirt, jeans, blonde hair, loosely combed short. He's like, "You Klaus?"
Yep.
I was told to come here.
Yep. Thank you. Follow me. I'll go look for Alana.
Okay.
I will have, again, set up my wards. Thank you for coming. And he'll look at the nondescript blonde guy. Who are you?
I was asked for.
He's our tracker.
Nod. All right. There's a meeting that is happening at the Goblin Market that needs to be stopped. And I see something of an opportunity in that you clearly have rivalry problems. And we can maybe solve both our problems at the same time. I shall look at the tracker. Are you familiar with a man by the name of Chap or the Proxy?
Yes. We definitely have heard of him.
This guy does not look like a vampire.
No. He seems
Odd.
pretty normal.
That's racist.
I need to know where he goes today. I need to get his attention before he enters the Goblin Market.
Very well.
Do not directly engage him. Try to avoid his notice at all costs, and just keep me appraised as to where he's going. She'll hand him a burner phone. There's a phone number in here.
All right. I will let you know when I've found him.
Great.
I did get to mark power, though, right? Because I'm honoring a debt.
Yes. All right. So he heads off, try to find a proxy.
Yeah, it's funny because all of this would be solved already if I'd just called Ian, but I don't trust him enough with a mission this subtle.
Aww. Now I'm sad.
Interesting.
I mean,
Well, he is kind
I
of
was told-
burn everything first and then sort it out.
yes, exactly. I was told to avoid violence, so that's kind of like avoiding Ian.
That's just mean.
All right. So,
Saddy.
how loyal are you to the Proxy? I know you've worked with him.
I owe him, but as long as it doesn't cost me any of my interest, I'm not worried about any of his.
Good. It shouldn't. He's cutting a deal with the Dark Court, and considering what you told me about your rival's cultish influences, I think they would benefit from this deal,
I see.
and you would not.
So the Dark Court might actually have some information that I need.
Yes, although I don't know how directly I'm going to be involved in this information exchange. My goal is to simply to stop it from happening at the market.
Yeah, I just need to know that they're there.
Mm-hmm. So the meet is happening at 3 p.m. at the Goblin Market. We can't do violence at the Goblin Market. we can't be seen to be interfering with the dark court at the Goblin Market. So this all has to happen outside the market.
I see. Is this information from whoever asked you to prevent this?
Yes.
Okay.
So I have multiple ideas. Why I called you here is I was thinking that the proxy made a big show of force, scaring off some of your rivals. This might ensue some sort of retaliation on their part that he would have to deal with.
So you're saying you think Delgado's going to go after the proxy for having scared people off?
I'm saying I would like it to look like Delgado is going after the proxy for having scared people off.
I see. I think that can be arranged.
Good. Some of your kind can erase memories, right?
Yeah.
She'll nod. If you need some push on that regard, let me know. I can arrange it.
Oh, unless that's a Fey power, apparently I don't have that.
I'm sure there's some way you can find some kind of means like that. But it may not be something you particularly can do.
It is not something the vampire has access to without dipping into someone else's.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you don't have mist form without dipping either, so
Yep.
There's evidence for stealing powers and reflavoring them. Effectively, I would like some interest of the proxies to be attacked by vampires, and obviously it would be in your best interest if he thinks that they are the vampires that you're fighting with.
Of course.
Are you familiar with any soul sites that would get his attention?
None in particular. And I can figure out where they've been. Have they actually broken ground on anything yet?
I would probably say so. I'd say they got probably a main facility into construction on the north side of town.
Yeah, unless there's a couple of facilities. Unless there's something or anything else that you might suggest that would be more drawing or personal.
I've got a personal angle, but I think pushing on multiple fronts will ensure he's distracted long enough for the meet to pass.
Fair. Well, I know who to get a hold of.
Good. She'll say, pass him another burner phone. Say, don't call me directly.
Ooh.
All right.
I will call you on this phone when I hear from your tracker. And we'll time things so that, again, we don't want him to be able to resolve this too close to the meeting.
Of course.
But we need it to start happening before he enters the market and is out of communication.
I see.
We might have to shift focus if he winds up going there bright and early, but I'll let you know if that happens.
All right. I will be waiting. Klaus will head out.
Okay. I think we'll probably pop on over to the proxy and see what's he up to this day.
What time is it?
It's probably mid-morning.
Okay. Probably out on a jog or something.
All right. So,
Gotta keep it toned.
fair enough. Yeah, I will say that. And where would he be jogging at?
Around Al's chickenette.
Yes, just making tight circles around it.
Probably along the jogging paths along the dam.
Yeah, that or a park. Although I don't know if there are any particularly large parks in Hayes.
Yes, there are.
Okay. A medium-sized park in Hayes.
There's that one. There's a park on the, not too far, on the northwest side down here.
Frontier Park?
Frontier?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
Sure.
Jogging along Frontier Park. All right. I think we'll go ahead and say that the tracker is able to locate the proxy there and text that information over to Alana.
Can I tell if I'm being followed?
I think you can probably try to roll keep it cool.
Okay, I got a partial success.
Partial success. So on a 7 through 9, I assume you're avoiding being trailed?
Yep, presumably. I mean, if I'm aware of it.
I think that will let you avoid being unawares of being trailed.
Okay.
And if you're wanting to avoid the trailing, it's basically going to cost you some time. It's
I see.
going to make things kind of tight for making the meeting.
I see. Okay, so if I want to lose the tail, then it'll make the meeting tighter.
Yes.
Okay. In that case, I won't, and I will try to figure out who they are and what they are.
All right. If you want to roll me mine to figure someone out.
Hoip!
Ooh, 10. Strong success.
There you go.
So that does. And how are you going to go about figuring this out?
I'm going to observe them while they observe me. Try to, not let it slip that I've caught on to them, and basically try to figure out, what kind of is this, what do they do? Are they trying to blend in? Are they sneaking around? Is this guy military? Is he some weird cultist? The usual wizard, Templar, the kind of jerks that
Wizard.
come after me.
Templar, barbarian, thief, and acrobat.
Exactly.
It's not riding a roller coaster.
That's what happens when you play the final boss. You always get these jerks kicking down the door.
So you do get basically hold two to basically ask the questions on to figure someone out. Available options are who's pulling your character string, what's your character's beef with blank, what's your character hoping to get from blank, how could I get your character to blank, what does your character worry might happen, or how could I put your character in my debt. So you can basically get an answer to two of those. If you have any, sometimes those you can get additional options from any playbook moves you might have.
No.
Nope, nothing like that. All right.
Let's see. I will ask who is pulling their strings and how can I get them to turn on them.
That's a good question.
I mean, if in order to get this, I need to confront them in some way or whatever.
I think you probably would.
Okay. So in that case, I'll be jogging, cross the street, head towards a breakfast place or something, but turn down an alley, and then when the guy sneaks in after me, he's gonna get a couple hands to the to his clothes, and then pushed up against the wall.
Hands off me, demon!
At the expense of sounding like a cliche, who sent you?
A woman.
Who was it?
I'll
lift them up a little bit. Demon powers.
Yeah. I met her at an antique store.
You're working for Luria. But you are not like her.
No.
Do you know what she is?
No, I was just sent on this job.
I see. Well, you strike me as the fateful type. Do you know that you are working for a witch?
I was not aware.
No, like, let him off. You really risk the foothold of your organization by getting into bed with hers.
He kind of just stony silence, doesn't really say anything, but he's very much averting making direct eye contact. He definitely seems to be mulling on that thought.
The proxy will just stand there for a second and then like makes this like obvious like duh kind of gesture. Report back.
All right.
I'm gonna go get in his car.
So you're wanting him to report back to Alana?
Yeah, just do your thing.
Busted.
So hard to find good help.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look who you went to ask for help from.
The Catholic
true.
Church?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, you pretty much get a text back saying that the tracker was spotted and was accosted, and he's pretty much out.
All text back was the mission compromised.
No response.
Hmm. Take that as a maybe.
I will
Please.
call Klaus on the burner phone.
Yes.
Your tracker failed.
Of course.
I don't know what he said, but we don't have eyes.
All right. Mostly we just need to create the distraction before he goes into the market, right?
Yes, we were trying to do it as soon as possible. What time is it now?
I'd say it's getting around noon.
All right, let's do it now.
All right.
You do your end, I'll do mine.
All right.
So
Mm-hmm.
on his way home, the proxy's gonna place a phone call
To who?
to Emmett Birch.
All right. Emmett here.
Hello, this is the proxy. We apologize for waking you up so early, but
I was awake.
Of course. Do you recall that nasty business with the dread spirit?
Yes.
We require your services, and we would call that square.
What are you needing?
We just need your pack to sit at a particular location, dissuade people from entering.
Where are you needing it?
I'll give him Kevin's address.
All right. No one
Thank
in or
you.
out?
I'm gonna guess he lives in a house.
Yeah.
Because the proxy's rolling with the sort of money where he can actually have like a nice house. So then, yes, no one in or out. We will let the tenant know to stay put.
Very well. All right. We'll do this. Then we're square.
Square.
All right.
And then I'll
There-
call Then I'll call Kevin.
Now the question is, did what's her name? Karani already reach Kevin?
Well, you said you wanted to have her wait till this day
Yeah, I wanted her to do it in the morning.
in the morning. Okay. Yeah, I mean, did you know what exactly you wanted her to tell him?
Oh, I think we wanted to try to talk to him more about the proxy and his shady dealings.
Okay. I will think that, yes, Karani will actually already be at Kevin's when
Nice.
he gets a phone call. Hey, bro, what's up?
Hey, so I'm gonna need you to just stay at home and lay low, okay?
Okay, what's going on?
Well, the whole deal with my return to health.
Yeah?
So it's made me privy to a few things sort of below the surface. So until I get those sorted out, I really need you to just stay put, okay?
Okay.
Don't let anybody in today.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
I kind of already have someone here.
Well, who is it?
You know that lady I was talking about?
Oh, Miss, what was it?
From the temple.
Oh, yeah. Parek, right?
Yeah. That's her.
Okay. Well, that's not so bad. Can I talk to her?
I guess. My brother wants to talk to you. Hello, chap.
Miss Parek?
Yes?
There is a situation brewing. We suggest that you exit the premises for your own safety and along with any followers you might have there.
Well, I mean, I'm the only one inside here. What kind of situation? We could help, possibly.
We will not require that. We are taking care of it. But for the sake of Kevin, we recommend that you leave.
Give me a moment. Kind of some muffling talking and, well, if, all right, I will be checking back with your brother later on to make sure he's okay.
We appreciate that.
Okay, I guess we will leave. I really hope to speak with you on better terms sometime.
We will make an appointment.
Okay. And hands it back. Okay, I guess she's going then.
Good. Please stay at home.
Okay.
Don't worry. It'll be all right.
I guess I can catch up on Punisher. All right.
Yeah.
Then.
Tell me how that goes.
Okay.
So, I'm guessing that was my debt being cashed.
Yeah. Well, cash that debt so that they leave without
Incident.
Yes.
Okay.
Cash that
So
debt.
if I cash a debt, do I get to mark? I always
Power.
keep forgetting
Yeah.
when it is. It's like when you cash or honor the debt, right?
Yep. Either of those
Okay.
will do.
So I'm gonna mark power and night then because I just walked up to the window and was like, "Cash me out, baby."
Pretty much.
At least my failed plan is costing you resources.
Yeah.
There is that. All right. So, yeah.
Before we go further past what we're at, how much time was there between Alana's and my meeting and the phone call about the tracker screwing up?
Couple hours.
Would that be enough time to go and start to find some information at the Goblin Market?
What information?
I want to hit the streets on the Court of Blood see if any of the Fae here know anything about it.
Wait, I thought you were gonna take a hit, like attack one of the proxy's locations.
I'm not. I have people that are going to be doing that for me.
Oh yeah, Catholic Church again. Here we go.
Yeah. I think not quite yet. That's pretty much gonna be your lieutenant's whole day is asking around.
Okay.
So that's gonna be later. But
I'm
if
going to be cashing in all these debts without getting any benefit for it.
well,
not yet.
Don't think of it as no benefit. Think of it as zero benefit.
Think of it as a no prize.
It is the audience
not
that benefits.
yes.
Exactly.
Sure, I am a hero.
No, I'm going to be contacting Brett.
Okay.
It's like, I sent him a text. I have some information on one of the people that was there that caused problems for you.
One of your people?
Yes. Don't worry about that. This is supposed to get you back into the good graces. If you hit the Soul site, he's one of the people that actually, the man in charge of getting this all set up here was one of the people that actually attacked.
Okay.
And there should be some pretty, say, damning evidence of his involvement.
Well, I can see. I'll try to run it up the chain and see if this gets me any leverage.
All right. The faster the better. Let me know what you get in about half an hour.
I don't know if we're going to really be able to mobilize before nightfall.
That's fair. There are time-sensitive matters in this that will cause him problems if you get here sooner.
Well, it's an hour for us if we just leave now.
Right.
And I'm going to have to convince people to leave.
This is if you can, just give me about 30 minutes, or you let me know what you've got in about 30 minutes.
All right. So, a little while later, it's like, I'm still working on it. They seem to be interested in some payback here, but, I don't think they're really gonna leave before nightfall. We don't want to do this weekend.
Right. All right. You did what you could. So I'm going to get on with my my lieutenants in the market.
Yeah.
My third in command. Her.
You can find some.
I'm just going to call a few of my thugs.
All right.
We need to rough up this place, make it look like the Great Bend guys did it. Take a few people, make it blatant that we were there, that they were there, and call it good.
Okay, well, that's the way you want to call this. So, yeah, they start mobilizing.
This is going very poorly for me.
It is. Do you know there's no violence at the Goblin Market?
Not yet.
Wait, there's what in the who? Oh, that's not going to be good.
No, there was a request for no violence at the Goblin Market.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
There isn't anything that says there can't be.
Make a repercussion roll.
Man,
You were sending the guys out to the Soul place,
Yeah.
right? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm doing what I was asked when the debt was cashed in.
So, I think those plans go into effect. So around noontime, Alana gets a message from Karani that she was asked to leave Kevin's and she was under some pressure to do as was asked?
Unfortunately, he was tipped off by a bad tale. All right. Well, so much for that. I've got another plan in motion, so maybe that will work. Any other ideas on how we can stop this?
Asking... Oh, Karani?
Yeah.
I'm really not certain. I don't think we want to go with a physical confrontation.
No.
I don't know. If you got some suggestions, I'd be happy to hear them.
If we can maybe make this go poorly. We need some form of further distraction. I don't know where he is or when he's going to arrive now. And one of the ways that I had planned to keep him on this side has failed. And he's also been alerted, probably to my direct involvement, which is less than ideal.
Yeah, he's pretty aware of ours as well.
Great. Then the only other idea is possibly to try to push it on the dark side. But he's probably already there. I'm going to go to the Goblin Market, see what I can learn from that end. If you can have someone, I don't know, anything that you can do on your side to keep him distracted would be helpful. Otherwise, anyone who's there at the entrance who can be on alert when he enters, so we know when things are when we're out of time.
Yeah, I can see what we can do. Yeah, I'll keep in touch.
Okay. I'm probably going to lose cell service very soon, so you'll need to have someone on the other side of the market to reach me.
Understood.
All right, good luck.
Yes, you too. All right, so I think basically, I assume, Chap, you're heading towards the market?
Yeah, I'm gonna go pick up Ian.
Okay.
I'm guessing all of these things ate up most of my buffer time, so I'll just go straight there.
All right. So, Ian...
Buffer eating.
Yeah. I'd say you're picked up by the proxy. Pretty shortly, the proxy gets a message that someone seems to be attacking the Soul headquarters.
Okay. I'll call in. Do we have any sort of like security person there, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like a booth operator kind of person, I'm sure.
Yeah.
The guy in the chair.
Yeah. I'll call him.
Hey, boss, we're having a bit of an issue here.
Okay. All right. Well, don't panic. Have you called the police?
I wasn't sure if that was the proper move to make.
Brian, is that a problematic move to make?
I think that'd be your call. If you don't think it is, they can be called.
Yep. I'll just say, yeah, go ahead and call them. I will. It's Saturday, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Go ahead and call them. They just need to get there. They're probably not going to do any paperwork until Monday, and by then, things will be fine. You just make sure that you stay safe, Tim.
Okay.
Bar the door if you have to. Don't let them in. But if they get there, just lay down. Don't put up a fight. Just make sure you stay safe, okay?
Will do.
All right, thanks.
All right. So police are being called to the Soul.
I'll just head for the market.
Yep. I think Alana and the proxy kind of pretty much get to the market similar times.
Dun, dun, dun.
Nice.
Oh, fancy meeting you here.
Oh, hi guys. How's it going?
Wait, am I with the proxy?
You're with the proxy.
Oh, that's awkward.
Yep.
Because we're going to the Goblin market, I've gone very subtle with just the black lipstick and the red teardrop on the left eye.
Best thing about
Sure,
the
sure.
Goblin Market is Goblin Market don't judge.
That
Right.
is true.
That's true.
Well,
Goblin Market don't judge.
I don't even know what that means.
If you you can let
You can let your
Weirdly
hair
wholesome.
down, or you can put it up, or you can put it in a ponytail or a bun, or you can do a flock of seagulls thing. However you want to do it, Matthew. It's totally
Oh.
okay.
God, I'm totally going to do a flock of seagulls thing now.
Bleh.
You just had to mention it.
Lipstick, no lipstick, one fingernail painted black, totally okay at the Goblin Market, Matthew.
Are you having fun, Steve?
Oh, I totally am.
at first I was
Especially if
worried
there's a
about
reference
this.
that's about Matthew in that last comment.
Shush.
I was
It was one
I was
red finger,
feeling I was kind of feeling some trepidation about this Goblin Market, but it seems like a very accepting place.
Mhm.
Very warm and inviting.
Well, providing
Yep.
you're not up to shenanigans.
Sort of a
can
KFC.
let-
Everybody's orange.
Yeah. Let your freak flag fly.
You can
And-
dance if you want to. You can leave your cares behind.
Yep.
If
Or
you
you
don't
can
dance,
bring your cares
don't
and use
dance.
them as collateral.
You can.
Yes. There is that. So, yes, I think basically Lana
We all
and
run into each
the
other.
proxy pull in
Oh,
pretty simultaneously.
hey.
I think there's locking of the eyes.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just step out,
And then
rebutton my middle button. Alana.
Ian, what are you proxy? Ian, what are you two doing together?
Business?
We had an accord.
Yes, that.
We're planning on helping him fulfill some of his shopping
Obligations.
list. We are not sure what you were offered, but it is not worth it to stand in our way. We would be more than happy to talk about this later, but we have some business in the market.
Yeah, I know. The debt was called in on me.
Ah.
And it was a big one.
Do you feel that you have done enough to fulfill it?
Really depends on what is happening at your meeting.
Well, we can offer you this. If the subject is dropped here, we would be willing to help you extricate yourself from whoever it is that's pulling your chain at this point. You are quite resourceful, clearly. We would hate to have this turn into an out-and-out war.
Yes, I didn't want war with you either.
Then we will make our way to our meeting and discuss this later.
She'll nod. Your enemies should be obvious, given who you're meeting with.
Yes. And it'll just start walking in.
All right.
Like, Ian, how about I show you around?
Perhaps not.
Really?
I have a meeting.
You're not part of that meeting. You don't want to
No.
be part of that meeting.
I'm part of a different meeting.
Yeah. And that doesn't involve him.
What are they going to do? Kill me?
Yes, and put your soul in some kind of shiny bauble?
I've been through worse.
No, I don't think you have. You should not trifle with the courts at their market.
We do have an appointment to keep, so Ian, if you would like to walk in under our aegis, we need to move.
Yes. Ian goes with the proxy.
Lana shakes her head.
Oh,
Everything has gone wrong today. And she will walk in as well.
All right. So I think we follow the proxy with Ian following as he finds his way through the Goblin Market, making it deeper into the ferry. He passes the library and comes across a stout building, wide double doors. Makes his way in.
Stout because it's the meat hall.
Yes.
I get it. Making my way downtown, looking for goblin
He'll,
piles of meat.
He'll turn to Ian and say, it would be better if you were not present, but he'll like gesture to the market. You can go search on your own, or you can wait for me, and I will help you search. Either way, I will feel our debt fulfilled.
Ian silently turns and enters another portion of the market in a flourish of coat.
Okay, I go to my meeting.
I will try find Leandra.
After some asking around, you're able to find Leandra at a stall. So how'd it go?
Not well.
Oh no, not well. How?
He spotted my tail and leveraged that into protecting his brother and didn't respond to the bait that I left for him otherwise. He's here. He's going to the meeting. He knows I'm involved.
Well, that's unfortunate. I don't know if there's really anything we can do. Unfortunately, we cannot consider your debt fulfilled at this time.
I spent a good deal of resources to do what I could here. Fine. How likely is it if I conceal myself with magic and go into the mead hall and observe the meeting that I will be spotted by another fae there?
How confident are you in your magic?
Well, we can test it. This is a place of great power. She will hold on to her focus and basically reach out to like something that's like too bright or too shiny or too fey, and try to draw power from that and begin channeling.
Well, I think there's plenty of ripe targets here, so
and not only that, but it's like a goblin market, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like clearly chicanery and like shenanigans are like in the air.
Yes.
Yeah. And particularly like illusion magic, she's hoping is strong here. But we'll see how the die rolls.
I would definitely say so. Yes, but we'll see. Ooh,
well, I succeed partially.
What does that mean for Lana?
For channeling, let me take a look. So I get 3 hold, and I'll go ahead and suffer 1 harm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so there is very much an overabundance of Fey energy. So as you tap into that, you're basically mana burned.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
So yeah.
I have a faint harm.
Yeah.
Does that give me any type of penalty or anything like that, or is it just
no penalty?
If it gets too bad, okay, cool.
It's bad news.
All right, cool. And then because I have my focus, I actually have 4 hold, so I will go ahead and spend 1 of the hold on turning invisible.
All right, so you activate Veil? Yeah.
Fail, yep.
Okay, and all right. Yeah, I think you can do that, and I would say that Leandra looks pretty impressed. That might do it.
All right. Then, if I can find out what their deal is, will we consider this matter settled?
Well, let me know what you find out. We can probably call it.
Ethan, you were not worth this. All right. I will go try to sneak into the mead hall invisibly.
I think you can get in pretty easy. Yeah, it definitely looks like the kind of place that probably Ian would very much enjoy. There's a lot of dark clothes wearing individuals with all manner of haircuts, long in places, shaved in others. A lot of fishnet and leather. You come in as you see the proxy greeted by a tall, skinny individual with a haircut shaved on the sides and long on top. A very narrow, pale guy, and he is gestured to a back room.
I will sneak into the back room as well.
Okay. So you make it back there, cutting it close. From what I came to understand, that's not very like you.
It is not. We apologize. As it turns out, others have heard of this meeting and were moving against it.
Oh, sounds fun. Oh, very well. So,
it was.
Well, I'm glad that our little endeavor here could bring a bit of pleasure in your life. Well, so you got the information?
He'll open up his case and pull out the book. I'm guessing this is Vicente.
Yes.
Yeah. And he'll just put the book on the table.
Excellent. Well, we do have our end of the bargain here as well. He pulls back a curtain to a back room, revealing a number of young individuals tied up and somewhat malnourished. 10 untainted souls, as was the bargain.
Not 13? Wow.
Maybe. But if you would like, you can harvest them here as he pulls a knife from his jacket pocket.
Don't do it.
Wow.
Yes, of course.
This is evil. Don't do
All right. From what I know of Fae etiquette, bloodshed here, is it okay if mortals are murdered? Is this violating the market right now?
That's a good question. I would say no, this isn't particularly violating the market since these
Goblin Market don't care.
Yeah, these. This is part of a deal, and these are mortals and not Fae.
Awful. Oh, sorry.
Justifiable in this case.
That's awful.
Okay. The proxy shall harvest.
No, don't do it.
What does that look like?
Very, very quick and professional. This isn't, since, mostly he's going to have to do it with a mortal weapon and not by screaming and liquefying them.
Yes.
He's not really into this.
It's not as fun.
Yeah. This is business.
Sorry to take your enjoyment out of this. Jeez.
Well, that happens.
Wow.
Oh.
I think we should stop right there. That is horrific.
I think we're done. I think it's time to go to another game. I'm scared.
You knew what you were getting into when you put on that eyeshadow.
I got a flock of seagulls haircut and a long coat. I'm not into this ritual sacrifice.
Maybe we'll get into happier things in other parts of the market.
Yes, maybe.
We want happy things. I'm here to murder people.
Yes.
But specific people.
You're
Not like
here
a
to
lot
murder
of
people that deserve it.
Exactly, and certainly not just a bunch of people for power. So I can turn into a wheel in the sky that keeps turning.
There you go. All right, listeners, we'll have to find out what happens next week on Critical Hit. Until then, remember, keep looking to the skies, stay away from that corner of the Goblin Market, and let's hope all of your dice rolls are better than partial successes.
This podcast is copyright 2018 by Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC.
That's the session intro move.
Okay.
At the beginning of every session.
All right. There's an addendum.
That we've moved to the end of the sessions.
Yes.
I will mark down that I still have 3 holds because, I
Fair
assume
enough.
we're picking up with it last time from next time, and I might need to set some things on fire.
Where's
Okay.
the pencil?
Wherever I set it over there, I set you out one. It is a
I know. It was here
little
earlier.
quick pencil. Did you put it in your pocket?
No. Like
There's a pencil.
That's the one.
Oh, okay.
Did you lose a
It's over
pencil?
here.
No,
It's
Brian
my
took it.
superpower. People here won't let me have pencils. I lose them with a unreasonable frequency.
All right, so what are we doing? Ryan?
We are moving into the establishing rumors and conflicts
Okay.
section of this game. So basically, Rob wants an opportunity to mark a faction, and so I'll allow it here to make some more opportunities. So, Rob, do you know what you want to establish for a conflict or a rumor that you've heard?
Are the day and night courts the only courts?
There's a summer court.
Summer and winter.
There's summer and winter.
There's a small claims court.
Thanks, Matthew.
Divorce
Happy to
court.
be of service. Yeah. People's court.
Food court.
No.
Court of Thieves.
Tennis court.
Malcolm Court.
Cortana. What do I have to do tomorrow?
Tennis court.
Oh no,
I already
she
got
actually
there,
turned
Matthew.
on. This is the
Okay.
worst. Go away. Go bother Master Chief.
You deserve this.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you that basically day and night are the lower courts. They're the ones that are more frequently interacting with the natural world and mortals, and basically, the summer and winter, they're definitely present, but they tend to be a bit more drawn to more or less work through these other two, and pretty much equally so. Summer and day don't particularly hold allegiance, and so yeah.
Okay. Actually, I was going to go with the proxy isn't the only tainted in town right now.
Hmm.
There's another corporation similar to Soul that has sent in their own proxy.
All right. You want to... Well, I guess, were you making... was that the
Who
only...
wants to tell me wild?
Yeah. Who do you trust the least?
Can you trust the least? The proxy?
The proxy. Okay. And so the proxy
I
pretty
think
much has to
that's
force
that's everyone's answer these days.
to... Is it? Well, we'll see.
I don't think I've ever met the man.
That's true.
Yeah.
And that is actually my answer as well.
And so I need to roll with wild?
Yep.
What do you have to roll?
With wild, with the faction.
Roll with
Oh.
the faction,
Okay.
which sucks. Wild's my bad one. No, Wild is not my bad one.
Ooh.
Power is my bad one. Yes, it doesn't matter which one I roll. Just
There it is.
ouch.
Ooh, a miss.
Oh God.
So you are neck deep. Okay, let's make sure. On a miss, you are caught flat-footed, unprepared, and unaware. The MC will tell you who is coming at you.
God.
Well, yes, I think that perhaps this rival corporation may be helping to move things along with Delgado's crew, and going to be working with them to push out the current powers that be within Hayes.
Great.
It's the Barton County proxy.
I'm taking +1 blood as my advance.
All right. Someone else got a rumor or conflict they wish to spotlight?
Probably me.
All right.
And Alana would be one who I trust the least at the moment, since she tried to call me a know-nothing nobody.
Well,
You know that?
You
She
didn't
called
hear
you a
that.
Not
name?
wrong.
Oh, you don't know that.
So,
Well, we know.
what do you have not marked?
Night and mortality.
All right. Sam, which do you wish the spotlight for Mr. Higginsbottom?
How about mortality?
Mortality, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things that I'm looking for in this book,
Mm-hmm.
in the one book, beyond the things that I've already listed, is life extension.
Ooh.
And I've heard that there is a way
Called it.
to extend your life beyond without having to be turned into a vampire or, without being turned into something else.
I see. All right.
He wants to become a lich.
Well, roll me the...
he doesn't want to go
Mortality.
through the messy part of that, which is,
Yeah.
dying.
Oh, succeeds partially.
All right.
It's
So
better than me.
you are neck deep in it. So you owe someone in mortality a debt, and someone owes you a debt in
Oh,
mortality.
man. Who do I owe a debt in mortality? Not owing Lordsley a debt. No way. Let's say that I owe...
The Catholic Church.
No, I owe the chair of the department a debt for maybe not hiring me, not checking all of my references and backgrounds.
Oh, you're that guy.
Let's just say the Goblin market does shift around, and it makes it pretty easy for me to shift around too.
All right, and who owes, or who owes you a debt?
The Catholic Church.
No.
Wouldn't that be power?
Yes,
If they're actually bringing in the smites.
if they actually, yes, I
Oh,
think,
the Catholic Church
yeah,
would be power. Okay.
I think,
Was
yes,
that
we're
what I
gonna,
got that off of?
yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Who owes me a debt? That's a good one.
Passed a student when you shouldn't have.
No. Well, how about yes? Let's just go with that because it's a little bit easier than what I was thinking. But it involves a student. Pick up a name. Sally somebody.
We already got Screaming Sally.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can't use her. Let's use
Unless she
We
was
have a one Steve rule here.
yes. No
Beverly.
homers allowed.
Beverly somebody.
Beverly somebody. How about yes. Zoe.
Zoe.
Let's see, what's a good name? Good last name, everybody.
Ochoa.
Killarney.
Ochoa. Spell that.
Ooh, Ochoa's nice.
OCHOA.
Ochoa.
Okay. Zoe Ochoa. I passed her when she failed her test.
Oh. You're that professor.
Well, she owes me a debt, but her soul is not pure because she accepted that debt. So keep your hands off of her, Proxy.
I'm just working.
I know you are.
He ate vampire souls.
All right. So,
Yeah, he doesn't have the most discerning palate.
I think he is terribly worried about purity.
Alana, Proxy, or Ian? Which to start?
Yeah.
Was that?
Go ahead, Matthew.
All right. Hello.
Hi.
All right.
Hi.
Which character do you trust the least?
I still haven't met Klaus, have I? No, I do know Klaus.
You met Klaus.
I don't trust Klaus.
Okay.
What?
All right.
What would I
trust
ever do?
Klaus.
What factions do you got, Matthew?
Right now,
They
and
should
this
all
is
be
my
open.
thing, again, we did the cash-in thing, so
Yeah.
I don't know if my marks are still marked.
Nope, they're
No.
clear. So
That's-
any of them.
So,
Which faction?
Wild.
Well,
No, I choose the faction. You come up with
No,
the rumor.
You choose what? Okay.
We're going to go with power.
all right.
Power. I
So-
heard that Klaus is obsessed with the Catholic Church.
It's not a rumor, sir.
Well,
And
It
the
is a
reason
fact.
why, the reason why is that he's trying to put his zombie guys into positions of power. Not his zombie guys, his
His
vampires.
vampires.
So that he can
Interesting.
start sending his product through the church
Hmm.
and biting.
By the way, I think the diocese is in Salina. I think that question kind of came up.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah, there's a canon in Salina.
All right.
Married my sister.
Hmm.
Canon is canon.
He didn't literally marry. I mean, he
Right.
performed it. Okay.
He literally married her.
So
Right.
roll with power.
Am I rolling with power?
Yep.
Do 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 do. Scrub blam.
Partial success.
Eh.
All right. So you're neck deep in it. So someone in
course I am.
power owes you a debt, and
Mhm.
you owe someone in the power faction a debt.
Ooh. So someone in power
Mm-hmm.
owes me a debt.
Yep.
And we were talking churches.
Yep.
Does it have to be related to that?
Probably in some way. It can be somewhat tangential, but
Oh.
it's tied into that rumor with
Okay.
Klaus working
Oh.
in.
Oh, I got something. Can
Yeah.
I say something?
Yeah.
Like there's someone in the church that's basically an anti-spawn to Matthew. It's like there's like a holy version of him, and they've like crossed paths and just kind of done like the like stare, nod, like jump away kind of thing.
Nice.
That's good. That's good. And her name is Karen.
Not Angela.
Not Angela. So, with that in play, do I owe her a debt or she'll me a debt? What do we
I
owe
mean,
each other?
just take the story from there. You guys could
Okay.
owe each other a debt,
Yeah, we
or
could-
whatever.
We owe each other a debt, and that debt is that if either of us comes to a point where we can finally finish our thingama, the other has sworn to come to their
You have
aid.
to get married.
Yeah, we have to get married. We have to kiss, and then we walk backwards down the aisle or something. I don't know, some Oliver Haddo kind of thing. And then Frank Sinatra Jr.'s mom gives birth to the Antichrist. But we have sworn to assist one another in our hour of need, even though we are not compatible necessarily in this. We have chosen not to destroy one another, but in fact to help one another disappear.
Achieve vengeance.
Yes, our
Fair
goals.
And they shall name their team Demon Angel Strike
Night
Force. And they will put on
Yes.
belts and pockets and avenge their enemies.
And belts with pockets.
No,
Okay.
And
just belts and pockets.
Okay.
and
Okay.
and one of Matthew's arm is like a Colossus robot arm.
Yes.
Yes, and she has one of those cowls that doesn't cover her hair or her face. It's just literally like a stripe across her cheeks and chin.
And none
Now-
of them have ankles.
I have ankles. I have too many ankles. That's the problem. I'm not drawn by Rob Liefeld.
Ankles all the way up.
All right. I'm trying to ask Brian a question for like the last
Okay, go
7 to
ahead.
10
Sorry.
years. Brian.
Yes.
So, I'm looking at this. It says I could take a move from another archetype
Yes.
because I have advanced,
Mm-hmm.
right? What if I said to you I wanted to take a move from another archetype? Where'd it go? It disappeared on me. Hang on. I'm a revenant and I'm okay. I can't find my book because it's over here. I would like to see
Until
if I
night
could
and he
take
sleeps.
a specter move.
Sounds probably
familiar.
Seems pretty reasonable.
What move are you wanting?
I'm looking at manifest because you know how I do my Batman thing? This is actually a mechanical Batman thing. If I take manifest, regular people can't sense or interact with me unless I choose to specifically manifest to them.
Interesting. Yeah.
So that is not
Is that
necessarily what that means because
No.
the specter is naturally immaterial, I think.
Yeah. Well,
So
it's part
you
of the
need to
move.
roll, like you need to like spend
Roll to be
stuff
visible
so that you can be visible.
rather than the opposite.
Yeah.
Well-
so yeah, basically with manifest, you would basically be intangible. You can spend a few moments concentrating to be heard, be seen, or it can touch or be touched by the physical world.
I don't want to be intangible.
Yeah. Well, so that
Intangible hair does not actually style, so that won't work. How about the wall power in the Spectre where I have the opening to escape?
Well,
So everyone will just have that power.
yeah, that'd be double dipping, but I'm not particularly opposed to that. If you also want to have a Batman finish or discorporealation
Personally, I like wall, crash.
or that.
He's a Nightcrawler.
Well, or he
Bam.
disappears into the cat and the cat gets away.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there you go.
I'm just enveloped in
That's
cat
sweet.
darkness. Dark catness, if you will. Wait, I think that's a different movie.
All right.
Anyway, that sounds like a power.
Sounds good.
And I
Okay.
can choose to think I can actually bring someone with me, it claims.
If you roll good enough.
You can choose an additional option off the list to bring someone with you.
When you escape.
So I
yeah.
would have to choose a list. Okay.
Well, the escape move has its own list.
Did you see what happens on a miss there, though?
What, do I die?
No, you attract the attention of dangerous spirits and ghosts in the area.
I've already done that.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's
That's perfect
So-
because
So this is like Ghost, where you don't go up the stairs, but those hands come out from under the ground.
yeah. Those specters start.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was overcome by the Righteous Brothers.
All right. So, Alana or the proxy, do you want to go here?
Go
I don't
ahead,
trust the
Sam.
proxy.
You don't. Okay, fair enough.
What do you have open?
Everything except for night.
Okay, so let's go with mortality.
Yeah.
All right.
Saw that coming.
So, what
Mhm.
conflict rumor have you heard regarding mortality?
It's a good question. How about that there is a significant portion of the Hayes police that are on the take now because of the is it Great Bend?
Mm-hmm.
The Great Bend faction is part of their play to take over. It is they're making inroads to avoid police attention to their drug dealing.
Ooh.
Interesting. All right.
Hey, Sam. Do you know why it's called Great Bend?
Is there a bend in a river?
Yes.
Do
The
you know why it's
Arkansas
called
River has a
Hayes?
giant bend in it.
So,
And it is a truly
That's
great.
what it is,
bend.
Rob.
It's
I forget that people here call it Arkansas and not
It's
the
either way.
Arkansas River.
Either way.
well, it is the Arkansas River.
'Cause
in Kansas and only in Kansas.
It's our
It's our
Kansas.
Kansas,
It's our
Rob.
Kansas
It's
River.
not your
It's
Kansas.
not yours.
It's our
Kansas.
Jayhawks.
Oh,
You know what?
God.
You don't know because you're
from Nebraska. Yeah.
You don't know.
So I roll.
Roll with mortality.
Which may be the stupidest rivalry in the world, by the way.
Okay.
Kansas, Nebraska, yes.
Yeah. 2 square
Or
wheat
Matt.
states.
partially.
Is it Kansas, Nebraska, or Matthew Robb?
What about Matthew Stephen?
No.
No, Stephen and I don't have a rivalry.
Oh, succeeds partially.
Ooh. All right. So you are neck deep into it. You owe someone a debt, and someone in mortality owes you a debt.
Maybe Mitch Davidson and I can cross off one of the infinite debts I owe him, in that, how about, like, I have offered to help him root out corruption in his precinct.
All right.
Mitch Davidson in The Infinite Debt is the best of the Harry Potter flicks, by the way.
Has everyone read that thing?
Oh, the AI.
Yeah,
Yes.
the procedurally.
Yes.
It's amazing.
The one.
And then I owe a debt to someone.
Mm-hmm.
Good question.
Probably me.
You're not mortal,
mortality.
I could be.
but it could probably relate to you.
You're kind of the opposite of mortal.
I'm
Yeah.
Latrom?
Well played.
Really? You're going to laugh at that one?
Steven likes dumb spelling jokes.
Yep.
I think it's just the quickness.
Yes.
You could be.
I could-
Oh, go ahead.
I was saying I could owe like a different officer something for like helping me deal with something terrible Ian did, or it could be I owe something to one of Professor Higginsbottom's students for keeping tabs to make sure he's not summoning demons.
Maybe.
What were you
You
going to
could-
suggest, Rodrigo?
I was going to suggest that you were actually playing both sides. You were helping root out corruption and also like maybe paying someone off to be like, hey, why don't you bring your patrol car by my place every once in a while, just in case there are any, I don't know.
Ne'er-do-wells.
Yeah, old men in giant cars
Never.
spying.
Giant
Never.
men in old cars. I
Or
mean,
or you
these things
could
happen.
owe a debt to the downtown development center because you're I don't know, doing something to help attract
yeah,
business
you're-
into the downtown area.
Or maybe you're trying to get your sanctum to become a landmark,
Mhm.
and then you wouldn't have
Ah.
to pay taxes on it.
Well, that suggests a level of permanency that I don't actually have in this town. But
See, that's
I-
the thing. You come and you end up staying forever.
Oh
Hayes is
man,
a
it's
black
so
hole.
hard, so hard to get out.
I do like I like the having some of the other cops patrol near me, so I'll go with that.
All right. Let's see.
Didn't say anything about Pottery Works though.
Pottery Works.
It's where I sit outside stealing their Wi-Fi.
Yeah, they're there with a Wi-Fi jammer.
Never.
Because pottery doesn't work, man. That's what it is.
It attracts ghosts.
Yep.
Exactly.
Ah.
Oh my!
Let's say Officer Marissa Young.
Cool.
Let's I find which window I was in. There we are. All right, and the proxy.
Man, you guys, this was a good session for me.
Mhm.
Not only did I advance, but then I checked off 3 things. So the
Oh.
only thing I have left is mortality, and the person I trust the least is actually Klaus.
Ooh. All right, so I guess Klaus chooses mortality. And what
Yep.
rumor or conflict have you heard about mortality?
Did we lose the Rodrigo?
I'm still here.
He's in
Okay.
contemplation.
So I'm gonna say that because of the attack on Soul, The rumor is that people looked in the books and the land that it is on might not have been scouted out right, so it might, like Soul might own more of that land, or the other way around, they might be illegally on some land. And mostly we'll see how the roll goes to see which one it is.
Fair enough. Well, roll me that mortality.
All right. Roll with mortality. Partial success.
So, up for debate still?
Yep.
Ongoing contract disputes, negotiations?
Yeah.
All right. So, all right, who do you owe a debt? Who owes you a debt?
We will say that I am owed by a what should it be? Actually, we'll say that some of that land had been originally purposed for an airport, and then, the airport was put somewhere else. So I'm probably tied up with, like, what would that be? Like the transportation commission. So someone in the transportation commission owes me something for taking the land off there and making it less of a problem. This person's name will be Doyle.
First or last name?
Doyle O'Doyle. No.
Doyle of Olay.
It'll be
Shane Doyle.
Shane Doyle. One debt for airport land. And then I will owe a debt to someone in city council to keep things under wraps. We already have Ernie Jones. It could be them, and then I would owe them and they would owe me.
Okay.
Or we can have somebody else. But I don't know that we want to go through and like introduce a ton of city council members.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with having that be Ernie Jones.
Okay.
Tennessee Ernie Jones.
Keeping land issues under wraps. Okie dokie. Oh, and I advance. Do. So I am going to, I am going to take a move from another playbook. I'm going to take the vamp move, Cold-Blooded, which allows me to roll blood to keep my cool.
Yes, that is one of them that I have.
Nice.
That's a cool power.
Alrighty.
Because anything that lets me use blood over anything else is good.
Fair enough.
We got it?
Yeah.
All right.
I think we're good.